All right. Shalom, shalom. I like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Valonim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Mawan back at you with another lesson. And this is going to be a quick lesson, but the inspiration comes from this picture I'm about to show you. All right. And as the title states, for unto you paradise is open, a city is builded, rest is allowed. All right. And the inspiration comes from this video right here. I mean, from this picture that you see right here. I'm going to leave it there for a second so you can see it, look at it, study it. Okay. And I'm going to go into a couple of precepts, all right, which gave me the inspiration of this video, all right, by looking at that picture, all right. And what you see before you in that picture is a man walking through a one only path to get to that kingdom, okay. As the scriptures read, all right, let's grab Matthew 7 and 13, and it says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Okay, so as the scriptures say, man, all right, you have to enter at the straight gate to get to your destination. All right, meaning the path that's least taken. Okay, see, people gonna follow each other in these last days, all right, because they have no understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, the world to come is made for few. You see, as the scriptures tell you in Second Ezra, I believe that's the 8th chapter, verse 1. Let me grab that real quick. This is Second Ezra 8, verse 1, and it says, and he answered me, saying, the Most High Yahweh has made this world for many, but the world to come for few. I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou ask the earth, it shall say unto you, that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of, even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. You see, so, you know, this earth, this world that people put their trust in so much, this society is made of mold, man. Okay, that's why you have to set your affections on the things above. All right, let's grab real quick. This is Matthew 6 and 19, and it reads, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust does corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust does corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there would your heart be also. And we have to have the mindset and be focused on the mission. All right. The mission is to get to that kingdom. So you want to be able to taste it. You want to be able to smell it. You know, you want to be able to vision it. Okay. You want to be able to hear it. You know, all the operations of man that were given onto us. You want to be able to use those senses. All right, to be able to taste that kingdom, and that kingdom is right around the corner. But through much tribulation, you have to enter to get into that kingdom, you see. So you have to prepare your mind for what's to come. You have to be able to endure. You have to ask the Lord to strengthen you to endure, all right, because he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. So these people, all right, they don't have that mentality. They just have their heart set on the things here. They think that there's no place past this place. You see, they think that there's no other place. All right, there is no freedom. There is no true riches. They don't believe that there's a better life in store for us, man, because they have been so caught up with the ways and the cares of this life. Okay, they have made a name for themselves in this life. One thing my father always told me when I was young, you have to, before you leave this place, you have to set, and that's without us knowing the truth at the time, but he said, you want to make a name for yourself. See, you want to make, before you leave this place here, you want to make a name for yourself in the place to come, not leaving a name or a mark here on earth, man, because there's nothing here that this earth has to offer you. There's nothing that this society has for you that YAHAWAH'S can't give you or better. You see? So we tend to put our trust and our riches in this place that's nothing. You see? So again, it says, let's read that again. Back in 2 Ezra 8:1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High has made this world for many, but the world to come for few. You see? So this world right here, all right, is made for as many people as want to leave their souls here, basically, man, and die off in this place. But the world to come is for few. Many are called and few are chosen. Okay? This is not for everybody. This world to come is not for those that are weak-minded, that are not ready to, dedicate their whole entire time to YAHAWAH'S. Okay? This world to come is for those that are strong. Okay? Those, as you hear in the world, only the strong survive. Only the strong is going to be able to survive. Only those that have that discipline are going to be able to make it. You see? So it says, I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra's, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of, even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. You see, and the little bit, the remnant, the little remnant that the Lord has in store, see, they're gonna take that little bit of dust and they're gonna turn it into, they're gonna turn it into a great big pile of gold. You see, because it said a little dust that gold cometh of. You see, so they're gonna grab the little bit of dust that they have, all right, and they're gonna turn it into something so golden, all right, by putting, all right, their time and their efforts, all right, into the kingdom to come. You see, setting their affections on the things above. Okay, where your treasure is, right, that's where your heart will be also. So our hearts, right, having this great hope, having this great faith, gift of faith that the Lord has given us, all right, our hearts, our minds are set on what's to come. You see, because we want to see a new heaven, a new earth where there dwelleth in righteousness. You see, we want the Lord to get us up out of here, man, so we can be able to serve the Lord in his entirety in the proper manner as how we were always made to be. You see, and we want to be able to enjoy the riches, the fruits, all right, that the Lord has for us in store. You see, and in order for you to do that, you have to take the straight gate. You see, so let's read that again, going back, right, to Matthew, all right, 7:13. Enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. So you want to go to, you want to follow the multitude to think that that's the way. Well, then go ahead. It's going to lead you to destruction. You're going to be the blind leading the blind, following the blind, and y'all all going to fall into a ditch. You see, but the straight gate that is least taken, the path that most people will say, nah, that should look boring. That should look like it's not even the way to safety, to a safe landing. Okay, those are not gonna, those paths, all right, are the ones that you want to take, all right, because that's what's gonna lead you into that kingdom, into everlasting life, right? It says, and many there be which go in thereat, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, you see, and few there be that find it. Okay, so only a few are gonna find that straight gate, you see. Let's grab Second Ezra 7 and 7, and it reads, it says, it says, the entrance thereof, as a matter of fact, let's grab it from, let's grab it from 3. And I said, speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? There is also another thing. A city is builded, the kingdom, and set upon a broad field, and is full of good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if it were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. All right, and that's what goes back into that picture, all right, that you have seen. Okay, you see, you have on the, well, it's probably reversed on the on your screen, but on the right side on my screen you have the fire, and on the left you have the deep water. Okay, so it says, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So we have to go through the dangers. We have to go through the ups and downs, because that's what makes us gold. That's what makes us, all right, tried. All right, let's grab that real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus, all right, 2 and 5. And it says, for gold is tried in the fire. Matter of fact, let's take it from 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You see, so you're being tried in the fire. You walk this path to see if, you know, it's like Neo. You walk the path to see if you're the one. All right. In the Matrix, he had to walk the path to see if he was the one. You know, you had the Oracle in the movie. When he walked in to see the Oracle for the first time, she had a sign above himself. I mean, above him, that was written in Latin. I forgot what was the words, but it meant know yourself. So in order for you to know who you truly are, to know yourself, you have to walk that path, you see, of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, to come out at the end of that path as a winner, as a victor. You see, it's basically and what's that word I'm looking for? Let me look it up real quick. I believe it's Pyrrhic. Let me make sure. Definition of Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, it's a Pyrrhic victory. All right, a success achieved at such a devastating cost that is practically a defeat, essentially a hollow victory where the losses outweigh the gains, making it not worth winning, like winning a war but losing your army, or winning an argument but destroying a friendship. Forget about that part. I want the part where it says, a hollow victory where the losses outweigh the gains in this world. You see, the losses outweigh the gain in this world, because you lose everything on this side for you to get what's to come. You see, as it tells you in Romans 8:18. Okay, let's just grab that to make that point of why it's a Pyrrhic victory. Okay, this is Romans 8:18, and it reads, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh." You see? So the point is, let's read in an NLT. "Yet what we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal to us later." You see? So it's a Pyrrhic victory because you lose everything on this side, and the losses outweigh the gains on this side, in this world, present world that we live in. But the gains to come, okay, in the kingdom is gonna outweigh every loss that you've ever had on this side. You see, you're gonna be blessed with 100-fold. You're gonna be blessed with what you lost and 100-fold on top of that. You see, that's why it's a Pyrrhic victory, man. Okay, so let's go back, okay, to 2nd Ezra, and Lord willing, that made sense what I was just saying. All right, 7 and 9. It says, "If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And it is said, and I said, It is so, Lord Yahawah. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion." Okay, "because of their sakes I made the world." See, and that's the beauty of it. The Lord created the world for our sakes, man. So imagine, okay, he created the world for our sakes, but this world that we're living in is not our world. It's not our rest. As it tells you in Micah 2:10, this is not your rest, right? It says, "Arise and depart. This is not, because this is not your rest. It will destroy you. It is polluted. It will destroy you with a sword of destruction." Right? It says, "And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail, they are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the entrances of the elder world were made wide and short and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them." You see? So you have to go through the hardships, right, in order for you to have that rest and ease later, man. And that's why we labor, man. We're going through the straight gate by laboring to receive the inheritance that's to come, to receive the gift and the rest of the Lord. You see, not the rest of this world, not the rest of you sleeping in your bed for a couple hours and waking up. All right, the rest of eternity. You see, we're going to be able to enjoy ourselves for the rest of our days. We're not going to have to be in tears and pain and aches and captivity no more. You see, we're not going to have to experience death. Okay, we're going to be immortal, and you're going to be able to enjoy that through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. But you have to go through the hardships to get there. Many are called and few are chosen, right? So let's grab this. This is 2nd Ezra 8 and 51. And it reads, "But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you paradise is opened, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared." And the Lord told us, man, all right, I have prepared. All right, let me grab that. That's in John. Okay. 1 second. This is 14 and just take it from 2. It says, in my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. Let me read that again. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. You see, the Lord has prepared that place for us, man. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. You see? So that's what we want to be. We want to be able to join heirs with Yahawashi and be part of that society, that new that kingdom that's to come. All right, we want to be able to be with Yahawashi in that kingdom, man. We want to be able to experience the first fruits of labor, okay, of that kingdom. You see what the Lord has to offer you, the greatest benefits ever. You see, to be in that and be the first fruits of the kingdom is going to be the most beautiful benefits ever given to man. All right. Because as the scriptures say, there is no power in the second death. So if you have to return after the 1,000 years, coming through the loins of the elect, man, you have to wake up with your head down and you're going to miss all the benefits. You see, you're not going to be able to see our Lord, take down these nations. You're not going to be able to receive the benefits of the first fruits. You see, you're going to have low benefits. You're still going to be an Israelite. You're still going to live forever. Yeah. But you're going to be on a lower level, man. You see, you want to be able to reap all the benefits of the Lord, man, in its entirety, completely. You see? So let's go back to and close it out. 2nd Ezra 8 and 51. And it reads, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plentiness is made ready. You see, plentiness. To have plentiness is to have basically, a plethora of things, man. Okay? It says, is made ready. A city is builded and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and in the end is showed the treasure of immortality. You see? Why would you not want to have the treasures of immortality, man? Okay? Why not? And as a matter of fact, let's leave it with this. Precept is in Ecclesiasticus. I want to say, the 9th chapter, I believe it is. Forget. Yeah, this is Ecclesiasticus. Actually, it's 11. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus 11 and 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. See, and you want to be able to forget all the afflictions we ever went through because we're going to be in our time of prosperity. And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. You see, so those that wake up in in the kingdom with their heads down to shame, see, they're going to be in that type of mindset, man. In the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity, man, because they're not looking forward toward that. They didn't set their affections on the things above. But us, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. We're going to forget about all the things we went through, man. Why? Because we're at rest. rest is allowed now. It says, for it is an easy thing unto the Lord, Yahawashi, in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. You see, so we're all gonna have to go through that gate right there, right, of death. But see, you're gonna be transferred from that vile body to that glorious body, and you're gonna be rewarded according to your ways of righteousness, as opposed to being rewarded to your ways of wickedness. You see, to have wickedness in you is rewarded in a different manner than when you have righteousness upon you, man. You see, it says the affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure, and in his end his deeds shall be discovered. Okay, so those that don't want to turn to the Heavenly Father, right, the affliction of an hour is going to make a man to forget pleasure, because you wanted pleasure on this side, you see, but we wanted the pleasure and set our affections on the things to come, you see. So we got to reap the benefits of true pleasure, true plentiness in the kingdom, and that's what we look for, man. We want that rest. We want to be able to touch that city that's builded onto us. All right, so I'll leave it there through the Spirit. Lord willing, you will edify. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Call Haloyim La Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith, enduring as good soldiers of Yahawashi. You sisters continue to learn in silence, watching the true man of the Lord, and keep throwing them prayers up that we get to this kingdom ASAP. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahawashi, Barakatah.